Okay, so today we're going to talk about addition strategies and adding bigger numbers. Okay, so when we come to things like 43 and 21, those are pretty easy for you to do, yes?
Yes.
How would you solve this question? Deepa?
Well, first I would add 40 and 20 together.
You would add 40 and 20? So in your head you're doing 40 and 20, and then what are you writing under here?
So then after that I would write I would add 3 and 1.
And then in your head you're going to add 3 and 1. And you're going to put 60 and 4 back together and get 64. Okay. Is that the only way to solve this problem?
No.
Deepa put up his hand, so he forgot to share his idea. Okay. Somebody else have a different idea that they want to share with us? Another way to do it? Shaylee? Okay, so you would do that. Okay, and the answer is 64, not 614, right? That's just my separating. So you would add from the right to the left. And Deepa added from the left to the right. Does anybody have another way to do it? Jacob? What's your strategy?
You take
You want to think about it for a minute, or? Okay. Ariam, what were you going to say?
if it was so like I do like add up
Okay. Does anybody do this in their head? If not, I'll ask you next. 43 and 20 in their head, and make that 63. And then in the next step in their head, keep that and add one more. So they're breaking this number into two parts. And add one more, and then come to the answer of 64. Does anybody do that in their head? Okay. So that's another way that we can add numbers together, isn't it?
I remember mine.
Okay. Jaden?
43.
Mm-hmm.
It's closer to 40. So I put it to 40,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put the 21. It's closer to 20, so I put it to 20. Then I added the 3 and the 1.
So you added 40 and 20 is 60, and then added the 3 and the 1?
Yeah.
And put them back together. Okay, so you're using the nearest tens. So you're rounding them and then doing it? Or are you doing pretty much the same as this? You just didn't think of it the same way. Are you picturing in your head that you're taking those two numbers apart? Are you picturing 43 and taking it physically apart in your brain? Do you see that? Do you see 40 plus 3? This is like the expanded form, isn't it? Let's go to the next page for a second. Let's go to our next page. Well, yeah. And so it didn't work. Okay, if I did it this way, this is 43 is made up of 40 and 3, isn't it? And 21 is made up of 20 and 1. Can we add 40 and 20 and 3 and 1? Is that another way to do it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We're coming up with so many ways that we already know to solve and didn't realize you were so smart and had multiple different ways to do it. How many of you also think of doing it this way. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3. Think of those rods that you use, or actually have pieces, and then group them together. Group the ones and have a 4, and group those and have 6. Does anybody do that in their head or on paper in order to find the answer when they're adding it? Okay? If I do this and my friend does this, does it matter? It does not matter. If I do this and my friend does this, does it matter? I do this and they do this. No. Okay? So there's many ways to solve multiplying. Oh, multiplying. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Many ways to solve adding problems. And so I'm going to look at 2 or 3 strategies today. We're going to decide which ones work for your brain, and then we're going to try using them on a worksheet.